why has Democratic leadership not been out there in that way that you're talking about?
I ask this every night on Sirius XM, Molly. A lot of them have been. We know a lot of them have been.
But I'm thinking of
But they're playing by 20th century rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see them get out and get in the streets. I mean it. I want to see Hillary Clinton.
What does that do?
Put your body in the movement. When I was watching, when those Doge clowns were taking over our treasury and just ripping out our whole economic infrastructure, and what did we see on the cameras that day? We saw 400 Democrats outside and this one ginger unarmed security guard blocking the door. And I'm like, they're tearing apart the treasury. Democrats, I want to see one of you willing to take a punch. We saw that with Brad Lander here. We saw that with the Democratic senator in California. Be willing to get messy and show that you're a person of the people and that this is happening to all of us and that you're not in the ivory towers, because that's what the right wing's going to say about them.
What? Where would you like to start?
Steffi.
Good morning, handsome. What?
Hi.
Where would you like to start? Because I mean, first of all, it has been bombshell after bombshell week with the Epstein thing. I mean, obviously not just these brave victims, but, you know, them starting to, Representative Massey starting to name names.
That's right. Massey. How do you like being in bed with Massey? Are you enjoying it? I have this weird theory. Nancy Mace and Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene, if they want to come into the tent on one issue and care about people on one issue, I say be as nice to them as possible while they're on this side, and maybe they'll learn about voting rights. Maybe turn them on to other acts of anti-evil. So I'm like, great, I'll take Massey anytime we can. And Massey is modeling for Republicans. If you're in a safe district, you don't need to be afraid of Trump ever again.
You know, we just hung up with Lisa Bloom, who we were talking about this latest bombshell. It's, you know, yet another honeypot operation. But, you know, the DOJ employee that said on tape, they're going to redact the names of all the Republicans, which is exactly what we've been saying, you know, and that they gave Ghislaine Maxwell a sweetheart deal to shut her mouth. I mean, it's on tape. I don't know, again, what happens.
Never stopping. This is never stopping. Okay, this story is Kardashian. It's never going away. This story is Donald Trump's herpes. There's gonna be so many Epstein files updates this month, next month. Just get used to it. Your family has adopted this issue. It's never going away because they made too many promises, and now they're trying to get away with a lie. And all that can happen is Donald Trump decomposing in public at a faster rate. It's going to be beautiful. These women were so brave, and Mike Johnson shows what a coward is to say, we will leave no stone unturned, and then 10 minutes later crawls under the stone and tells the press, we released everything already. They're terrified. And you know what these women reminded me of? The scene in the horror movie towards the end where the only teenager left is the shy girl in the library, and she's done, and the shy girl picks up the axe and starts going after the killer. That's what that press conference was. It was beautiful. I never thought I'd know the term epic micropenis energy, but when they flew jet planes over to drown out the women, oh my God!
I mean, it was so powerful. It was so powerful, John, just watching them stand there and wait, and then speak. You know, like, nope, after what we've been through, you think this, you know, tiny penis energy, as you say, is going to stop us.
It's like watching MASH, but every member of the military is Frank Burns. That's what they're doing right now.
Was this our friend Joe Walsh? Yes. He said, yes, RFK Jr. is a monster, a cruel, ignorant, pathologically dishonest, conspiratorial monster, but no one should be surprised by who RFK is or by where he is now. I mean, a cruel, ignorant, pathologically dishonest, conspiratorial monster chose him, nominated him. Vote in 2026 like your life depends on it. Because it does.
Let me just say, you know, I've worked with Bobby. He's been on my show. He was on a TV show of mine before.
But have you been hit on as many times by him as I have? I don't mean to one-up you, sir.
I have not, but I also haven't ruined Cheryl Hines and Olivia Nuzzi's career. So okay? Yep. But this guy has as much health experience as, I looked into this, as both of my cats. And the testimony, I mean, what a healthy man. My goodness, Chris. Turns out, I'm guessing that that old theory that maybe in the back room of the gym there's some needles he's not afraid of.
Can confirm.
Can confirm.
He sounded like Darth Vader's sleep apnea machine, all right? And he says, we are the sickest country in the world, and that's why I had to fire people at the CDC. That's a direct quote. We're the sickest country in the world, That's why I had to fire people at the CDC.
Yes.
Because healthy workforce means mass layoffs in a measles outbreak.
Yeah.
Good God.
John-
And again, he's not fighting to bring health care to every citizen. That's all you need to know. Make America healthy again. So they're throwing 12 million off Medicare. They're not even fighting to bring health care to everybody.
This script would get rejected out here in Hollywood. He just seriously, he is a rasping, wheezing, boiled catcher's mitt, that sounds like he's gargling pennies. That is a heroin addict that swims in raw sewage and eats roadkill, telling us what's healthy. Like people out here would be like, "Oh no, that's what? No, that's not going to make it into any." Storyline. And the lying.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Amy Klobuchar tweeted, "When were you lying, sir?" asked my colleague Tina Smith of RFK Jr. When you told this committee that you were not anti-vax, or when you told Americans there's no safe and effective vaccine? Kennedy replied, "Both things are true."
Both things are true. It's like it's like his mouth is having a seizure. It's insane. Senator Cassidy, man, he got him. He was like,
yes.
You say that Trump deserves the Nobel Prize for Operation Warp Speed. And you also, Kennedy's like, yes, I do. But you also said the vaccine kills more people than COVID. That's not a contradiction. That's an aneurysm in a suit right there. I mean, Tina Smith was great on this.
Yeah.
And when they said when Senator Warner asked him how many Americans died of COVID, and he couldn't answer it.
Didn't know.
He couldn't answer it. Now, you know, my mother-in-law is 80. And her whole Facebook group has that number memorized. Maybe you can call her, or maybe Google RFK.
Yeah.
I mean,
good
God.
There's Senator Warner on that, to your point, John.
The Secretary of Health and Human Services, who has said he doesn't know how many people died from COVID, doesn't know if the vaccine saved lives, doesn't understand the issue that OBGYN doctors are fleeing rural America because they can't afford it. And with the cuts that are coming up, it's going to be exponentially worse.
Senator Warnock, I thought was great. Let's listen to that real quick.
Secretary Kennedy, for the first time, we're seeing deaths from children from measles. We haven't seen that in 2 decades. We're seeing that under your watch. You are a hazard to the health of the American people. I think that you ought to resign. And if you don't resign, the President of the United States, who put forward Operation Warp Speed, which worked, should fire you.
By the way, someone apparently whispered in his ear halfway through the thing, and I think that's why he put his microphone on mute, because they were like, "You sound." You saw he went like, huh? It was great.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like the end of Alien. I got that.
Yeah.
The wheezing again. Darth Vader's sleep apnea. And while this is all going on in Florida, they're killing vaccines with Dr. Joseph Ladapo, their Surgeon General, who,
crazy.
Boy, I've seen some black Republicans in my life who devote their entire life to tap dancing for racists, but this guy, he says, "Who the hell am I to say what you should put in your body?" Like, you're a doctor, and it's vaccines? And this has begun happening. I'm having these nuts call me on Sirius XM in the middle of the night, and I just bring up the numbers. I mean, look at polio. You know, we were losing 58,000 people, 58,000 cases a year, 25,000 people paralyzed. Then it dropped from 35,000 deaths to just, in 1953, to 5,000 deaths by 1957, to 161 cases by 1961.
Yep.
I went through the numbers on measles, went through the numbers on COVID. We were losing a 9/11's worth of Americans a day before COVID. And here is the greatest testimony to how we're working too hard against Trump. Because his first term, he had exactly one demonstrable success. And right now, he's trying to undo it. Operation Warp Speed was the one thing he did right. And then he got booed for saying he had his shots in 2021. And he's been running away from his one good deed ever since.
By the way, don't worry. We're going to get a biscuit rating from Frangela on Dr. Lapido in just a few minutes.
Dr. Lapido's great. Oh, Florida. I mean, like, how much hanging chads, deep-fried gator nuggets, bath salt zombies, Matt Zaitz. You thought they couldn't get dumber. But now, now they're just going to let kids bring measles to school, and other kids bring the measles home to grandma.
I know.
And not giving out COVID shots anymore, unless you're over 65. This is like, okay, Gen Z, let us know how long COVID is with the new variants. They're just sentencing people to death.
By the way, here we go again, right? With this whole COVID, our friend Dana Gould said, if you choose not to get vaccinated, that's your decision. But when you do get sick, do not go dragging your infected ass into a hospital or doctor's office. They're the people who wanted you to get vaccinated in the first place. Stay true to your convictions and wither at home with your freedom. I mean, it's, again, as you mentioned, Florida, John, it's all vaccinations. It's not just COVID.
All vaccinations, rubella, measles, mumps, polio. Vaccines are literally one of the greatest public health achievements in human history. They stopped polio. They made it so we don't have to bury half of our kids before they hit puberty. But Florida's like, nah, you know what? Let's give measles one more shot. Measles deserves one more shot at the title. And so that's what they're doing.
So
and the battlefield is going to be the bodies of old people.
Yeah, we were saying this is just I don't know, just kind of a side impeachable offense. Yep. But Keith Boykin said Trump ordering the U.S. military to kill 11 civilians on a ship rather than arresting them is based
Where's
on...
my Peace Prize? Where's my Peace Prize?
Oh, yes, he officially renamed it the Department of War. So what better screams peace president than yes? But he based on unproven allegations of drug smuggling, is the very definition of murder, according to a former Pentagon lawyer. We can't take his word for it. Back in 2001, the CIA told the Peruvian government a plane was smuggling drugs. Its Air Force shot it down, only to find out it was American missionaries. I mean,
that's right.
It's just he does so many illegal things a day, John. We just kind of were like, all right, well, that is.
I told Ken Burns, your movie about Trump is going to have to be 700 hours long to cram all this into it. Yeah, I mean, it's just, and again, it's crumbling already. It's falling apart already. The Fed report said that every sector in our economy has already had prices raised because of the tariffs, that consumer spending has flatlined or dropped because things are getting too expensive. They're trying so hard to cheat in Texas 15 months early. That's how scared they are.
Yeah.
Trump can't help them in an election ever again. And they are stapled to this guy. And they can't do a thing about it. And Epstein's getting bigger, and the tariffs are getting bigger. And we got a year of this to go through.
The only time I like to watch Fox News, Chris, is when the new bad jobs numbers come in.
Yeah. Oh. The long faces. The long faces.
Layoffs rose 39% in August from July. U.S. employers cutting over 85,000 jobs, the most since 2020. Oh, the pandemic. So the pandemic will be back in many ways. Ted Lieu said last month over 85,000 people were laid off, the highest August since the pandemic. Trump and Republicans are really screwing up the economy. I mean, this and Fox Business, disappointing jobs data. And it's just... again, we were saying how it's so ridiculous. Trump, of course, blaming Biden. Oh, it's still Biden's, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what I got to say? For all of your listeners, if this stuff gets you down, if this gish galloping and this devil talk and jive gets you discouraged, I want you to imagine President Biden sitting with the heads of state in the front row of Donald Trump's funeral. It's going to get you through. It's a meditation tip. Just imagine because you know Michelle Obama's showing up for this event, right? You know Michelle Obama is going to show up and wear red for this event. And Melania's bringing a date. Just keep thinking about this. The man's ankles look like he's smuggling Eric across the border, okay? It's not going well. And he's wearing more makeup than a tragic old drag queen on his hands alone.
Oh my God.
They are doing full-time damage control. And it's going to be so much fun watching J.D. Vance pretend he can control this racist mob.
Yep. By the way, speaking of Department of War, Captain Mark Kelly said only someone who avoided the draft would want to rename the Department of Defense the Department of War.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, it's classic Trump. He's not actually doing anything. It's the same vibe as the whole flag burning executive order, which Trump signed a piece of paper and said some words, and MAGA act like he walks on water, but nothing actually changes. This is government mime, okay? It changes nothing that wasn't there before. Just like the flag burning. He's doing this just to get, I guess, a few mouth breathers on Fox drooling on the clicker to feel like Mr. Trump did something. The only war Trump's ever fought is against a bathroom scale. He can't rename the Department of Defense. Congress has to do it.
Yeah.
And again, this guy, he was fine sending 5 men to die in his place, claiming bone spurs in a war he never had the manhood to protest.
Yep.
Never. Bill Clinton and Muhammad Ali protested Vietnam, but Trump is just like Cheney, just like Bush, just like Limbaugh and Gingrich. They supported the war like Romney and had other guys go in their place anyway.
You are correct. He is a dick, Cheney.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Yes,
right?
he is.
Yes.
He is a Dick Cheney.
All right. I love you, John Fugelsang. See ya.
Oh, I love you guys so much. My book comes out on Tuesday.
Yay!
Separation
we're
of
very
Church and
excited.
Hate. Get it?
Yes,
Do it.
finally releasing, and I'm going to do a special that same day live on SiriusXM Progress at noon with Governor Andy Bashir.
Nice.
My new BFF. So
Love
see you
it.
next Tuesday. Tuesday's a big day. Thank you guys so much.
Nice. All right.
Hey guys, quick update. My new book, Separation of Church and Hate, was supposed to come out in August. Then something happened. The printer made the cover salmon, not deep red, but salmon. Is it peach? It's like a anemic mauve. It looks like a red book cover left in the sun for 3 weeks. Now, don't get me wrong. I love salmon, but on my book cover, it looks like I suddenly wrote a rom-com about brunch. So the very awesome people at Simon & Schuster and Avid Reader Press said, no way, we've got to reprint the cover, and boom, my release date slid to September 9th, because apparently it takes a few weeks to make a book look less like the menu at Nobu. The book itself hasn't changed. The words are all there. It's still part guidebook, part comedy roast of the fake Christians and politics, tiny bit memoir. We just had to reschedule because nobody wants to pick up a book about fundamentalists that looks like the day drink menu at Applebee's. So here it is, Separation of Church and Hate, a sane person's guide to taking back the Bible from fundamentalist, fascist, and flock-fleecing frauds, out on September 9th. And this time I promise, thou shalt not print thy book cover in salmon. Number 9.